Hello everyone, this is another session on palmistry and we'll be talking about burning desire and desire, the difference between them. How do we see these things on your hand? If you look at the last line, uh, this is from a book, Think and Grow Rich. This is a famous book, and the first principle it says is burning desire. This was written by Napoleon Hill, and he wrote his book Think and Grow Rich. So the first principle for being successful is to have a burning desire, and if we find those indications, then the chances are basically bright in one's life to be successful. So we basically jump into the the hand and we'll try to analyze it and tell you where we are going to basically see the burning desire. See, you would notice that the starting period of your lifeline, this is the area where the mount is Mars positive. This is the area of Mars positive, and this is basically the area of Venus. So the desires are coming from Venus mount, and the burning desire is coming from the area of negative Mars. This is negative Mars. So Mars, as you must have, you know, everybody knows that Mars is a red planet. Red basically indicates anger, aggression, and fire. And if this area is well developed, by well developed, we basically say that if this area uh, does not have any crisscrossing kind of lines, these crisscrossing lines or a grid-like formation, those are considered to be good if a person does not have any such line. If a person has got a supporting lifeline, which is also known as the Mars line, then it is a good indication to have regarding Mars. So having that burning desire all throughout your life. If the Mars line is starting at an early age and continuing for the whole life. So this is basically considered to be a good sign. And the area of Mars should not have these kind of lines coming and striking the lifeline or the money line, or they are going and touching the heart line or the sun line. So these are kind of roadblocks that are created in one's life, and it indicates probably what is going to happen is that the person is going to have lots of anger, but that anger is not going to get targeted onto your work, and it would be kind of mistargeted, and because of the mistargeting of your fire or this burning desire, the chances are that you are not going to be successful. A supporting line, this is the lifeline I have already drawn. I'll redraw. This is the lifeline, and if a person has got a supporting lifeline, which is very rare, a person can have a short kind of a line. A person can have a comparatively uh, longer line. So these are various combinations, and the line can start at a little bit later age. So these are different kind of lines. It could be just a small line like this also. That is also the Mars line. So this Mars line, whenever present for whatever duration, it would depict that for that particular duration of one's life, uh, from this point to this point, the person would have these burning desires, and the person is likely to be successful. So, so we are trying to see if our fire is getting targeted towards our goal. If our fire is targeted towards our goal, and we are reasonably focused, focus basically comes if the heartline is distinct and clear without any branches. These are the branches. If a person doesn't have these branches, so the chances are that the person is going to remain focused. So with a combination of burning desire as well as the focus and the energies, all of them combined would basically take the person more towards the success. There are various other words also for this particular like these burning desire. You would also if there's too much of fire, then it's going to be a blaze, and it could be something like inferno. Inferno is when there's too much of fire or a blaze happening. So if there's too much of fire, it's going to destroy everything around you. So the chances of then the person basically achieving success is going to be less. If there's a glow or a shine, like you're seeing, or a flash, those are comparatively better, or a beam, or a glare, and a sparkle. These are positive words to the fire. And the negative word is something like extinguish. So if there are too many lines over the amount of negative mass, it would basically indicate that the fire is going to extinguish. This can also be seen in terms of sexuality as well. If a person has got too many lines over it, the chances are the fire within that particular person is going to extinguish at an early age. And this area should not be caving in. The more it caves in, this particular area, the chances are that the fire is basically lacking. This area cannot be, like, in very few cases this area appears to be very like having a mount kind of a thing, and it's a very rare indication to have. I wouldn't say that having that lots of padding over this particular area is a positive sign, because if there's too much of padding over this particular amount of Mars negative, what's going to happen is that the person is likely to be extremely angry kind, and that anger is there's a good chance that anger is going to get targeted towards the wrong issues, and the chances for success basically go down. So this is another way of looking at it. Other words to the same thing is uh, it's something like it has explained, a person suddenly becomes red with intense emotions, especially anger or embarrassment. So this is because this is the area of fire, and if there are super intense emotions associated with it, especially anger, then that anger is not a good sign for success. So out here we are trying to look at the quality, the human quality that brings in success in one's life, and if that success is always dependent upon our basic nature, and the area of Mount of Mars that I have already described, which is encircled, if it has got few lines and it is reasonably padded, not superly padded, then, and there are very few lines, the chances of the person making it big in the field of agriculture, or in the field of police, or lawyer, or a person gaining very special gains in the field of like uh, trading in land and properties, there the person is likely to make huge amounts of money. If this particular area has got many markings over it, if this area has got many markings over it, the chances are that the person would never be able to make good money as far as land and property goes. And the person might still have, the person, like his ancestors, might leave lots of properties for him. But if there are bad markings over this particular area, if this area is badly marked like this, the chances are that the properties are not going to bring him benefit, and the chances are that the person would sell the properties at the wrong price and to wrong people, and litigation on all these things are likely to happen. So people who have these lines should be careful with their properties. They should do background check. They should basically have uh, all the legal papers ready with themselves in order to be successful in sale and purchase of property. Uh, this template I'm just showing you, press the subscribe button, press the bell icon to get regular updates. You can do that. First subscribe, then press the bell icon and get regular updates from me. And and Palmistry video consists of various permutation combinations. We as palmists may miss out on many points. This is just a partial palmistry reading of the palm. The best reading comes out with a dialogue and not a monologue. Monologue is when I'm just talking, and dialogue is when we both are talking. Generally, every client wants to ask about money, name, fame, health, family life. See, just by looking at the area, the mounts, we can come to know lots about how money is going to be there in your life. So you can't expect good money if a person has got a bad negative Mars, the area that I had encircled. If a person has got a bad Mars, the chances are that uh, the person is unlikely to make good money, and the anger is the reason why the person is likely to be unsuccessful. So name and fame also, you need to have a good amount of Mars to be successful. That burning desire should be there. Even if you have got a good sun line and you don't have a good area of mount of Mars, the chances are that that burning desire is lacking, and that's the reason why you would not gain as much as you can. And not everything can be known by the lines. Less lines without any special signs is a perfectly good indication to have. You don't need to have a fish or a lotus or a M sign or a Trishul to be successful. So don't just look for that Trishul or a lotus or a fish sign on your hand. And even if someone does not have a money or a sunline career line, it does not mean no money and or no career. If you absolutely do not have any line as such, no money line and no sun line, still there could be unlimited possibilities provided your mounts are good, your hand structure is good, everything is good. In fact, it may be the best sign to have no sun line or no money line. Many top people do not have it. So even if you don't have it, it doesn't matter at all. So thank you for watching this particular video. I hope you like this particular video. In this video, basically, I was telling you about uh, the fire within us, the burning desire, indicating the fire within us. If the fire extinguish in a candle or a diya, the chances are that you are not going to be successful. This is the diya and this is the candle. So that fire needs to keep going all throughout your life. If you have this, if you untarget your fire, the chances are you would not be successful. So be careful when you get angry, and try and conserve your anger, and try to target your anger towards your goal and not misfiring your anger towards wrong issues. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it, like this particular video, and I request you to do give your comments down below, and it would help me to improve my videos further. Thanks and bye, and take care. Thanks for watching.